Hi guys, this is Lashette from Scarlet Moon Creations, and I am back. This is a book to tag video. I haven't done one of these in a while, outside of the mid-year tag, and yeah, that's it. So, I was tagged by Tangible Reads to do the Spring Has Sprung tag. This is for the season of spring. There are 10 prompts. I enjoyed this. I did a whole spread. Oops. Ooh, probably shouldn't have done that. In my bullet journal, in my reading journal, which is right in front of me now. And I learned something about post-it notes and leaving them too long on top of cheap paper. But let's get into this tag. Prompt number 1, flowers. All flowers we remember are blooming again. These are fake. Pick a book that's a fresh take on a retelling. This was difficult. I kind of purposefully, consciously avoid retellings, with a few exceptions. And just because I don't feel it's necessary. I was having a hard time figuring out a book that was a retelling that I gave a good review. And finally, I remembered Blanca y Roja by Anna Marie McLemore. And there, I also remembered I need to read more of her books because I really enjoyed this. This is the Seven Swans, a retelling of a Hans Christian Andersen book or a fairy tale, but also a little bit of another fairy tale I'm not remembering right now, but I'll put on the screen. This is just, first of all, Anna Marie McLemore's writing is beautiful. The descriptions are beautiful. There was another book of hers that I read that I rated not badly. I think I gave it 3 or 3.5 stars. But the point of the story was less obvious to me than this. So definitely recommending this. All her covers are gorgeous as well. Prompt number 2, Cadbury Mini Eggs. Obviously the superior springtime candy, I could argue that. Pick a book you consider a sweet treat. And I, again, struggled because I'm like, what do I pick? I went for an oldie but goodie that I've read way too many times, but also haven't reread in a while. So now I want to On a Wicked Dawn by Stephanie Lawrence. This is a historical romance, part of the Sinster series that she has going on. Not one of the, I think it's 7, no, or is it 5, original Sinster, like, not siblings, but males. This is one of the twins who were the 2 girls, cousins, just a little bit younger than them, and so we've kind of seen them grow up a little bit and be annoying younger cousins in the previous books, and now they get their own. This is the second of the 2, and while I enjoy what is it? I think on a Wicked Night or something like that. I just like this couple and their chemistry so much better. The guy is someone we've also seen in previous books. He's the younger brother of previous heroine. I hate using that word. Female protagonist. And also we've seen him grown up and be an annoying younger brother at various instances. So it was a surprise to see them come together. And I just liked the chemistry between the 2 of them. I liked kind of how it's a slow burn at first and then it's like not. It did all the things for me. Allergies. I am intimately uh, understanding of those. We have an intimate relationship here with allergies. I'm getting allergy shots now. Seasonal allergies often make your eyes water. Pick a book that made you cry. And I can't say that I'm an easy crier necessarily, but I'm it's a lot easier to make me cry now than say when I was in my early 20s or a teen. Again, had to think of a book I really wanted to recommend that kind of fit springy vibes, and I decided to go with I Want to Eat Your Pancreas by Yoru Sumino and Izumi. This is heart-wrenching. It's a manga. There is, I think, a light novel version as well as a anime of this. And I read this a couple of years ago. It's about a young girl who has a terminal illness and still keeping it peppy. No one knows, but a kind of loner, quiet boy in her class finds out by accident, and they become friends forcefully on her part. But yeah, like, you know what's coming, but yet, like, the buildup of their relationship over the course of the manga, and then tears. So yeah, I think this one is next. I accidentally missed writing down one of these and then realized at the end. So I think this is next. It's either now or after the next one. But Spring Break, as an adult, that's distant memory, a dream probably for me. But Spring Break, it's the perfect time for an adventure. Pick a book with a road trip. This might have been the hardest one. Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I don't remember these kind of details, so that was hard. But I love Cemetery Boys. I cannot believe it. I'm still kicking myself. I've read it now, and I was just like, I was interested in it when it first came out, and everybody was talking about it. But if you don't realize, I don't really read a lot of brand new releases when they come out. I get almost 99% of my books from the library, and yes, the library does have new releases, but there's so much backlist that I'm already interested in that I don't look for new releases unless they are my top tier favorite authors. Anyway, Cemetery Boys. It took me a while to get to this, but there is obviously LGBT plus rep in this, and that Latini, Hispanic cultures. They have a very quick road trip towards the end of the book. They live kind of central state California, I think, and do a trip to the coast and back all in a day. So, but there is a road trip. They stop for food and candy. I think they go on rides, and but I cannot remember another road trip properly. So excuse me if you don't think that's good enough. That's what you get. Next, Spring Cleaning. Out with the old, in with the new. Pick a book to unhaul. And this was difficult again. Okay, so 99% of my books from the library, I unhaul regularly, I guess. I just bring them back to the library. I do own books. I own a lot of books. But they are favorites that I do reread. And so getting rid of one. But let's go. I wanted to pick something that would fit like what people usually think of unhauled. Like, I don't want this anymore, or I don't like this. It's not for me. And we're going to go with a nonfiction. This is Weave the Liminal by Laura Tempest Zakharoff. And this is like a witchy book, living modern traditional witchcraft. I requested this, I think, because of the liminal in the title. I was looking for what does the library have with regards to like liminal spaces and liminal practices and witchcraft, liminality. And I saw this and I was like, well, why not get the physical copy so I can look through it? This is not that. Um, the subtitle is more what it is, living modern traditional witchcraft. So yes, having a witchcraft practice is living in the liminal, practicing liminal things. If you don't know what liminal means, it's those in between places that are not one thing or another, and or liminal time. So like the witching hour, midnight, noon. It's not morning. It's not nighttime. It's not daytime. It's not nighttime. Twilight. A liminal space could be like the beach where water and earth meet on the coast there. That's that kind of thing. Crossroads are considered liminal spaces because roads cross, and then you have like right where they meet. That's, you're not on this street, you're not on that street, you're... Oh, that makes sense. So this book is not what I was looking for, and I'm gonna return it because I don't want it here anymore. I did not even really read it. I skimmed and I was like, okay, yeah, no, that's not what I wanted. So I'm sure it's a perfectly good book, but not what I wanted. Next, mating season. It's that time of year in the animal kingdom to make some babies. Pick a book with some smutty delights. Now, I've had plenty. But I decided to go with Rafe, a Buff Male Nanny by Rebecca Weatherspoon. And you will not be disappointed. This is an interracial relationship. A black woman who is, I think she's recently divorced. She has daughters, and she now needs a nanny for this daughter because she is, I believe, a surgeon, if I remember correctly, and a well-known, very busy one. So she wants to hire a nanny, and there's this guy who is this buff, male, redheaded nanny who rides a motorcycle and has tattoos, and oh my god, I love it so much. Who is looking to change his career, and this job kind of falls into his lap. Their chemistry is amazing. I need to reread this. I've been reading other Rebecca Weatherspoon books because both of these characters appeared in previous ones, and it was like, hey, let's give them something. And yes, the smutty times are great. They're not a lot because it's too short, but they're great. The chemistry is just... Rebecca Weatherspoon sex scenes, never disappointment. Never a disappointment. Enjoy if you haven't already. Rainbows. I just feel whoever created this, I'll put it in the description because I forget now. Whoever created this, wrote this. I just feel spring is made of freaking rainbows. Could be all of the colorful flowers. Pick a book featuring an LGBTQIA plus characters. And I decided to go with Drag Me Up by R.M. Virtues. This is an indie published book, the first in a series. We have, oh my god, let me please remember this properly. A trans woman main character and a demisexual main character. The secondary and tertiary characters also have a mixed bag of LGBTQIA plus rep, and it's done wonderfully, and I really enjoyed their relationship. Actually, this also could have fit for the retelling now I think about it, because I forget, because there's so damn many. No offense, Armed Virtues. This is a Persephone and Hades retelling, and you're gonna love it. It's also a kind of erotic romance, so that can fit for mating season as well. Just FYI. Spring Awakening. I have never seen this play. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. And at this point, I don't remember what it's about. I remember in college, because I was like in charge of that, trying to get group tickets for our school to this, and that was like the early days when it was out on Broadway. Anyway, one of the tag creators' favorite musicals with completely dysfunctional characters, apparently. Pick a book filled with dysfunctional characters. I struggled here as well. I guess it depends on your definition of dysfunctional. I decided to go with a recent read. So yeah, the book I picked for Spring Awakening with dysfunctional characters is Nana, Volume 1 by Ai Yazawa. And manga series that I finally got to read Volume 1 of. It was recommended by Ashley at Bookish Realm, one of her favorite manga that she's reading, and I wanted to try it. I've had this on hold for 7 months, and then it finally became available. So this is about 2 young women named Nana who do not know each other. They're from different parts of Japan. This is like a contemporary shoujo, I believe, manga series, and I guess slice of life. One of these young ladies seems to not have any thoughts of her own. I didn't want to say it like that, because she has thoughts on her own, but she's very dependent on others, particularly her best friend, who is trying to, move on to university and still wants to be friends, but like, girl, I can't carry you. This Nana is very much into falling in love with men and doesn't know how to not do that. When she does, she kind of lets them lead her life. Everything revolves around these guys, and she has recently broken up with a guy who was actually cheating on his wife with her, and still recovering from that. Attempting to not fall in love with the next guy she meets kind of doesn't work out. And I'm just like, girl. So yeah, that was my pick. The most detail you'll get out of all of these books, because I could not. I mean, I have to explain why they're dysfunctional, but I still feel kind of. All right. Next prompt. In like a lion, out like a lamb. Pick a book series that didn't get better as it progressed. And, this was easy. Let's say the Wind Witch series by Susan Dennard. This is, I think, the only active series that I have consciously decided to DNF. And I'm not alone, because there was a whole group of us doing a read-along, and it was just like, why isn't this getting better? I like series because I like being with people that we met in the first book and continuing on. And I don't have to follow the same characters. That's cool. I love that. But also, like, if it's, for example, the Stephanie Lawrence series, the Censors were following different couples. that's okay. They're related in some way, shape, or form, like by blood or as friends, or they popped up in a previous book in the series. And I enjoy that. And yes, some books feel like filler manga, particularly, and others are like, wow. But I tend to just be like, I'm along for the ride. I'm enjoying it. So my favorite genre is paranormal romance, urban fantasy, and so like these authors be writing, they don't know how it's gonna go, so I'm along for the ride. This series just, it's not that it got worse as it went along, it just never got better. It felt younger than it was. It also felt like there was a lot of backstory that we weren't getting. We would only get glimpses of. We're following all of these main characters who I liked. It's a fantasy series, a YA fantasy series, and I liked the characters. The world building was great. The magic system was great, but there wasn't enough of the world building, and then there was a lot of us following these teenagers, and I get it, but they don't know what's going on in the wider world. And the wider world is like, there are these big things happening, and it would affect them, but we don't know because they don't know. And it was really frustrating. And it, like, I think I got 3 books read, 2 novels and 1 like novella. And the novella I was like, okay. But then I saw, the people who were hosting the read-along talking about book 3 didn't get any better. And I was just like, I think I might have read book 3, the 3rd novel. And I was just like, I'm done. No, I don't care. Yeah, no. I don't believe the series is complete yet either, so definitely no. Last tag is fun in the sun. Tag some friends. I don't know who exactly to tag. I'm gonna put books with Brandy Shanae, if you can get this out, if you want to, before spring ends. The Heal Booktubes, Heather. I'd be curious to see how you do this if you haven't. And Capri's Book Island, I think, will smash this out the park, and it will be a fun to watch. So those are the people I've tagged. I'll put the prompts down below. Anybody who wants to do this is more than welcome to. It's a free-for-all. Have fun. I do like these kind of like seasonal things because I'm a seasonal girl. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your spring. Links to everything I talked about in this video down below. Links to my Goodreads and Storygraph if you'd like to be my friend on either of those. There's also my Twitter account and Instagram. Twitter, I do shout more about books, but it's not that I don't share on Instagram either. I do follow a lot of bookstagrammers though. In my stories, I post things. If you'd like to follow me on any of those, so there's that. Also, there is a 10% off discount code to my Etsy shop where I make all natural bath and body products for witchy and mundane purposes. A lot of the spring stuff is, the stock is getting low. I have done the restock for summer products recently, so both seasons items are there. Check it out if you are interested. Guys, as always, like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.